Alright, Stream's being a bit of a doofus. Trying to set up everything here. And Steam VR is being a fool. I'll get it started as soon as I can. We'll swap on over as soon as everything's all good. Won't be long now. I am having to re get the Steam VR app. Hang on. Give me some issues. We'll swap it over once it's all good. Okay, why are you doing this shit now? Steam VR. Why are you doing this? Okay. Now I'm confused. They cut an error down. Freaking why he goes in the thing then? You know, I did mention this was going to be a bit of a test. Steam VR has encountered a critical issue. Yeah, I'll tell you what the issue is. I'm not even in Steam VR right now. I'm trying to completely restart this. Oh, if you ain't gonna freaking chill. If literally, if something being honest is the issue, I would go gladly exit out. Jesus, knock it off. There is no wireless connection. The headset's off. You know, you fucking dummy. Got me doing this. Try this again. Right, to send the messages I was going live. I took the headset off, and apparently that caused a problem. And the SteamVR just started having a critical error going on. And I could not just simply exit out of. Let me go and reboot Steam. Relaunch the app and get everything else set up again. Yeah. Okay. So if this works. Yes, I know. It's a there are objects in your boundaries, I know. Well, say I do like because I sent that notification of the Steam VR put it in the headset. It's like, oh, we're gonna do this right now. All right.
Ian. Okay. That's looking good. I do see we have double audio.
Oh.
Something's. I see something. There it is. Now you boot it up. Steam Home is currently loading in. It's a little bit glitchy. It is working on me. Hang on. Mute that one. We don't need that mic on. I say the one thing that makes this kind of funny is just like it boots up the old Steam VR thing. It's not the new one sometimes. It seems that wanting to be in the new one is causing some issues. I mean, honestly, I did expect some type of issues like this when I was going to do this. I don't think PC was going. Oh wait, you're gonna do that? Okay, now we're here. Jesus, Jesus. Just waiting for a menu to load up so I can just pop into the game. Pop into the game to set up everything. You remember my layout? You do. Beautiful. I remember this time. I didn't remember for my anniversary stream, but I remember for this one. Do not boot OBS up in admin if you're playing in VR. They'll make access overlay not work correctly, and I would not be able to grab any of the chat windows to look at. Okay, heading into the world. A little weird doing it like this, but hey, you know what? It works. The camera. Wah ba wah. Wah ba wah. How it looks. Alright. Looks pretty decent. Mm. I like it. So good. Start OBS without having to be like, oh no, I use my controllers. I cannot use my access overlay. I was dumb to start it up in admin because that's what I do for the VTubing part. Everyone's doing good. So, if you were here and you remembered when I did my stream anniversary, the index headset, the little gel that holds the what do we call it? It's a foam padding layer that would go rest up against your head, like that layer, that foam layer part. The gel that holds those two pieces together was coming undone. So I would wear my headset, and over time the gel would just get lost, and it would just like peel, and it was like getting loose and coming down my head, which caused a big problem. It makes doing this, playing on my index kind of a pain in the ass. The only solution is to buy another one. I go onto the store, it's sold out. That was about a month ago. The situation's still the same. I have that baby wish listed, so once that thing gets available, I'm buying it. So there are third party variants. I've seen other companies make their own. I'm just like, I don't know if they're good. Some people say they are, some people say they aren't. And it's fun to know that I'm not the only one who's having these issues. So I'm in the Quest 3. The way I wanted to test it, we are streaming my PC in Steam VR to the headset with the Steam Link app on the Quest 3. Which means if the worlds get too graphically intense, it lowers the resolution in my headset. It doesn't do it on the PC itself. It just keeps it normal. It just does it in my headset. So I'll be doing something, and all of a sudden, stuff gets all pixelated. Like, oh no, this world's too intense. It's normal there. It's in my headset. It's not because if they lower the change that streaming quality. Oh, it works nice. I have no real issues other than like you just have that. Or if you jump into like a big crowded world, probably has to load everything up there. You'll have like some streaming issues. And I'm like staying in like total silence. I'm just hearing like a light noise in the distance. Like, what the heck is that noise? Everyone had a good New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I had to work both those days. New Year's Eve, they had me working the whole day. Right, there's something very important here. No. There we go. Quest controllers are very sensitive. So I have to kind of lock them gestures best I can. Only problem is, of course, is that they want to also lock my hands, apparently. Got these hanging hands now. The only way to make the gestures not work. And the fun part, jokey part is that if I boot this up as in VR chat on the Quest 3 just by itself, I wouldn't be able to stream it. So it would be kind of hard to do like a weird Chromecasting thing. But they have hand tracking in the app. I would do that, and then I could just use my hands. Like, oh, let me put my controllers down. I can just use my hands. Yeah, so I was working both those days. One was full, the other one was like my normal hours. When I say full, I mean literally like the entire operation. So like from open to close. The entire time they were open, whereas my normal is just like normal to hours. I know, my regular hours. Not too bad. But I had things I had to do. So I got home, it's like, oh, gotta do all this other shit. I'm like, oh man, it's New Year's. It's New Year's Eve, man. I want to jump in and see the ball drop. Thinking it was the same world as last year, and I was there for that. So, not really much change, except for what was being advertised. Who was there, what they had on the boards. It was like the same world. I know I'm feeling a cold coming on too. Hate that feeling. Eat it. Yeah, so yeah, at the end of 2023, I like doing my reflections when the year's actually over. It was kind of cheap to just do it like the very end of the year. Like, well, what if something happens in those next couple of days? Is wait until January, a time that's known for nothing really happening. You need to do it, and of course, then freaking what happens? We start the year off. Massive earthquake in Japan, very similar to that tsunami back in 2011, where there was the earthquake and that tsunami happened. And I was seeing video and stuff. Fucking buildings just knocked, just all toppled over. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then then today, hey, early in the morning, in freaking plane fire, like, we crash into a Coast Guard plane. Like Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on here? So that's an interesting way. You have that tragedy happening. We have the public domain stuff, so stuff's getting added in. And the big one, of course, is Mickey Mouse from the Steamboat Willie, the cartoon. That specific version is public domain. And just everyone was cooking, waiting. And you have two movies. These just like that Winnie the Pooh movie that came out that was fucking god awful. Oh, same deal for Mickey Mouse. Got horror games and shit. Just like, okay, everyone here was cooking and waiting. Gotta make sure you don't fly too close to the sun on that one. And then Steam posted the results for their Steam Awards. They do like the community votes. I saw some of the winners. Obviously, Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year. So some of the nominations got really weird. They're like, "Hey, Labor of Love award for like a game that continuously gets updates," and they put Red Dead Redemption 2, who specifically their online mode on there. It hasn't been updated in years. So I'm like, why is that here? They don't do anything with it. But like an overall reflection of that my whole year, man. Like a lot of good games came out. There was a lot of stuff we were playing. Some surprises. Hi-Fi Rush just came out of nowhere right early on. I'm like, damn, this game was fucking good. If I were to do like a top 10 list, like it would be difficult. All the top games would be like a pain in the ass to fucking put on there. I'm like, oh, I enjoyed all these games. I gotta like put them in a numbered list. I'm like, man, this is gonna be difficult. Even some games that were on the list that are like on there, I'm like, I haven't even still played yet. Like I haven't actually played Baldur's Gate 3 at all. I just know a lot of people really like it. Yeah, I see it. I'm like, that looks really cool. I definitely like to play it with other people, but I haven't gotten it yet. I just know like if it's voted for something, I'm like, it's probably gonna win. I can see all the love and work put into it. I know that like that is a game of the year. That's like a big like out of all the games, this was definitely like the most labor of love. Like all the time they put into it to make it come out. And I enjoyed Hi-Fi Rush just because like it was this really cool, full character action game. You had to fight with rhythm. It had the music was fucking amazing. The art style was great. I tried. I recommend it a lot, and decided that they didn't quite. Some people didn't take my word or multiple people's word. It was like, hey, try that game out. But it happens. One day, maybe in private, that person will play. And of course, we had like shit shows. I also try to go for uh improving my mental health. I went and muted some accounts. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of tired of listening to you. Some accounts I follow, and just like all of a sudden, like the demeanors change, and it's like that doesn't quite sound right. I don't know. I get like this like weird feelings going on as I'm like reading these tweets and posts. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Then I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna mute that account. God, take a break here. Here, I have not unmuted it. My health has gone way up. And going to regular doctor visits, I've been checking my stuff out. Like all this stuff's like just dropping. I'm like, damn, man. And damn, it really affected me. Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm glad I was getting that all now under control. So yeah, gaming amazing. Definitely will go down in the history books. We always have like those amazing years, right? We had like the two prominent ones I always think of is 1998 and 2007. Those 2 years were like these games came out. They were fucking great, and they're very memorable. A lot of people like will reference like these years like 98 was just bangers left and right, and that's kind of what 2023 was like. All right, let's go to the link. Need to lubricate the vocal cords. They've never been in VR. It's just a thing that happened. Just like I was starting to just start getting like, yeah, no, those nerves. Yeah, I just looked at the OBS on my screen over there, and I saw it react to me getting a notification on my phone. Wasn't picked up on here. I just tapped on my headset. I did it just for the bit. It and it just like oh you want to get out of your app? And we'll just get you out of the menu. I'm like, what? No, I was doing a bit. I need it because I haven't really been in the Quest here. I need to see if there's a way we can calm these gestures down. I want to move my hands around. I don't want them locked. Was the Quest 3 is a nice headset. I've talked about this a bunch of times. I will say big problem. If your hands are just out of the camera view for just a tiny bit of time, like you can get locked. They'll forget you have your hand over here unless you're constantly moving it. If I just put my hands down to my sides, I'll just be doing something. It was just like my arm gets locked until I move the thing, and I like go like something snapping back. The games were good. Movies, I didn't really go see a lot of. Like my top, honestly, I really enjoyed Godzilla -1, and that was like the end of the year. Here, it was like, damn, man, that's a really good Godzilla movie. I actually gave a shit about the human characters, which is a big thing. Is like the Legendary series is like I like this stuff. I'm not. It's like they have the little references will be thrown in there, but I'm like I really don't care that much about the human characters. They try so hard to make me care. I'm just like I really don't care. Sorry. Yeah, I just want to see a big monster attack other big monster, please. Or big monster destroy a building, destroy a city. That's also good too. And then we have like the superhero movies. Like we're really seeing like either a fatigue or just like people are just like they're not the movies that came out there. They were like some I liked really liked Blue Beetle. A lot of people didn't really like care for it. But I thought it was really well done. It was kind of like an older style superhero film like we got before. Everybody was just like, well, they're rebooting the whole universe. So who cares? Here, so yeah, like 4 DC movies come out this year, and none of them really hit. So that kind of sucks. Now, I'll be honest, that Blue Beetle was like the best out of them. Why is that? Why is the gestures doing that? Just calm down, game. Just chill. Calm down with the hands. Just let me speak. I just don't know why would locking the gestures lock my hands too? I'm looking at the options real quick. Especially maybe I can change something. Because you used to be able to. You used to be able to. You would stop your gestures. You still move your hands and everything. You just wouldn't have any animations playing. But for some reason now it's like they've changed it to be like a no. Put that under. What I want to do is I want to turn off the gestures. I can whistle, sometimes I can't. Turn up. Well, they removed that option. I disable avatar gestures. I can't move my fingers. It's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. If I turn off my gestures, that means I want to turn off the animation that plays when the gestures are happening. I don't want to turn off my hands moving around. I just want to stop the gesture thing, triggering animations. Yeah. Let's get back on the track. Heck, of the 4 movies of DC I saw, Beetle the best. I have Shazam. I haven't really seen it. I didn't care too much for it. When I saw the trailer, I was like, I guess. I was hoping it would build off of what they were built, what of the first movie. It was like kind of different, and it really kind of hurt it for me. I have it too. I have the movie. Yeah, I saw the Flash. I do still like the movie. I like the Blue Beetle more. And then Aquaman is just like instead of an I'll see it later. But it's not doing too well. Doing pretty bad there in the box office currently. And Marvel, the only one I saw Ant-Man. I didn't really care for it that much. It was like we're taking a character that had like good movies, your first two, and it's like, all right, we're gonna use this character for the big setup for the entire phase, and that really kind of it didn't really work for me. Yeah, and then Guardians, I did like, but not as much as the others. I'll be interested to see what another director will do when they set up the new Guardians, and there's a Star Lord's gonna be coming back in his own film apparently. They put it down that he will return at some point. So yeah, there's a solo Star Lord movie coming, and then there's gonna be a new Guardians film with the new lineup by a different director because obviously James Gunn's now at DC. He's overseeing the whole big reboot. We're we're not the DCEU anymore. We're now just DCU. I'll pop up if someone going online. Yeah, I didn't really go out to the movies that much. A lot more last year than this year. I was more working and getting that money. And I make more money, have more money in that bank account. It's general life stuff. And work was kind of okay. It's like a weird like up and down. I would say I love that I'm a prophet. I saw them making a decision months ago. I said to myself, this ain't gonna end well. We're gonna have a lot of issues, and someone higher up is gonna get real fucking pissed. That all came true. I was like, I don't have anyone extra here. This isn't gonna end well. It didn't. I can't go too much into that. I like thinking about my current working stuff. I'll talk about my past one. I'll talk about my first job, no problem. While I'm working at, working at the Kmart, right before leaving high school, and all the weird shit, the good times and the bad. I did a lot of that early in my streaming. And I like the early VR chat streams. I would do that, and videos like of me doing that. That is on the VOD channel, like one of the first ones you can find. It's the very first, the second video on the VOD channel is me talking about me working there. I was in a world. I was like, it just reminded me so much of what I used to work at. But like, I can just remember that place. I was there for a bit because I was working nights. I do my stuff, and I had stuff I do in the morning, my personal stuff. Then I would work this short shift at night. Well, more evening. When we got Decker, that's when it closed. Because like every year I get a raise. So I believe I hit, if I remember correctly, I reached the end of the bracket. So I gotta decide like future stuff now. No, because it was 123, 123. Yeah, for New Year's, it was like, which is like a prophesized type of date, which means this year it's supposed to be. Oh, which culture is it? For the culture, but it's supposed to signify a year of rebirth. So 2024 is a year of rebirth. So like we're supposed to like be doing kind of newer stuff, maybe to reinvent ourselves, do stuff we didn't normally do, kind of break out of our comfort zone. So definitely gonna take a bit of that to heart. So we're gonna be looking. We're gonna be adapting ourselves. We're gonna be looking to do some things that are kind of different. Streaming wise, I don't know. I'm gonna try my damnedest, do as much streaming as I can. Try to get that energy back, and make sure we're always live at some point. Keep that time away lower. Like it's difficult. It's always like how I feel after work. Work which is always a big one. Just because like it's mainly physical. The amount of time I'm there, it's less like a lot of physical stuff, a lot of moving around, a lot of standing, going from one place to the other, doing something real quick, go back somewhere else, do another thing. And yeah, just like it gets a little exhausting for me. Yeah. So want to try to calm that down, you get better used to it, or get me a big career change, which would be nice. And start looking. Got me like suggestions and ideas, but I don't know how long. I was kind of a weird weather wise, just because like it was December. It's like, huh, we've had more rain than we had snow, and if it snowed, it was very little. Apparently, it's supposed to snow tonight, like 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's supposed to be like less than an inch. Like, okay, that's good. I'm not a big fan of shoveling snow, so anytime where I don't have to do it, I'm always happy. I'm like, oh, it snowed. Oh, good. How much? Very little. Perfect. I want to. I just don't like shoveling, man. It's all just because, like, again, those hours. If I had another pair of hands help, would be so bad. Majority of the time, though, it's usually I'm doing it, and then my brother he was spent most of the day sleeping because he works later than I do. So he's off to work, and then I have to freaking do this job that would require two more either to do two people for the amount of snow that would fall all by myself, and it's like a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, we just saw firsthand of the tracking being lost. This shock, angry together. We were like using Quest controllers, just trying to remember, like, oh yeah, it does do it that way. That is how that gesture is done. If you just do the gestures on the index, I do wonder actually. I wonder if anyone's ever tried it. As someone, oh, we're gonna be doing this face. Okay, all right, game. All right, I see. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. As someone with the Quest 3 and the Steam Link, stream Steam Link, use their index controllers and their full body tracking together. If they combine those together, that would be very useful right now. I can't see why it wouldn't be uh impossible. Because when you stream Steam Link, it does open up Steam VR on your PC. That's all it's doing right now is it's just streaming it to my headset, and the thing is open. So do I pop the things on? Will it register that they're on? Do I actually need the headset for the controllers to work? They just play it in the base stations, no problem. Hmm. Might be something to look into. Yeah. Yeah, but it was gonna be a short stream, so you know we had a lot of technical issues apparently because my headset disconnected. I put it down because I was like, oh, I forgot to put my going live thing on. I was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do a short stream. I'm going live right now. Let's share this. And just because I did that, Steam VR freaked the hell out. They're giving me critical errors, and I had to actually restart my headset, force close out of Steam, and then just restart everything. This is weird shit, man. Always some weird technical problems on Steam. On Steam and on stream. it's stretching enough. It's so good having this work correctly. Yeah, I like it. I like it so much. I like when I remember to not be a dummy and do things the way you're supposed to. Huge fan of it. Huge fan. It's about kind of it. Going to the new year, I'm gonna try to stream as more than I did. The thing with the mute streams I would do just directly off the console. Those are easier to do because like if I could describe myself the best way is I'm a very like reactive streamer. So I'm very active. I'll go back and forth and do whatever, but I have to be with someone because when I try to do stuff by myself, I just get very like scattered. Everything is all scattered around. Like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? But if I work off of somebody, it's a lot easier. It's always like I always have a good back and forth with other people. When I do this stuff by myself, or things are dead and everything is kind of quiet, just like okay, what do I do next? What should I talk about? What? I always try to keep this arm out here just because like it keeps going away. So yeah, January there's not quite a lot going on game wise in terms of like new stuff coming. So I'll try to do some older ish games. I have one that I'm working on. I want to make sure it works okay, just because like what we're using. The PS3 game is notorious for how bad it was because of the launch title. It's one of my favorite anime mecha franchises. So if you know the PS3 launch, you'll know what game I'm talking about. And playing it on the PS3 emulator that I was testing out on, I was like, oh damn, this thing was it's just thing's actually working. Is it the version I have? Or is it the emulation making it better? Did this country get a better working version than the US? And they just kind of forgot to patch the game. Because patching was a thing around that time. They were doing that stuff then. Just kind of forgot about it. Hmm. I just want to make sure because I want to make sure the performance is good because I don't want to have like, oh, let's play this, yeah, and then we're getting into the game and then like there's frame drops, there's all the kinds of issues going. I'm like, oh no, this is a shit show. Then I would have to quickly grab the console, which is not going to be would not be easy because I have to grab a bunch of stuff to make it work. Gotta grab that console, gotta grab an extra power cable, gotta grab that HDMI splitter because the console has built-in HDCP, which means I can't just put it into a game capture device as easily. I have to go through something else. Yeah, daisy chain this thing to make it streamable, just like I did with the PlayStation TV when I was playing Vita games, and just difficult. More difficult just because I put all that stuff away because I want to have a nice cleaner setup around here. Like I have all this stuff just kind of sitting here collecting dust. Literally, the air that those stuff had some dust, getting some dust on there, so I like wipe them off. So I have one game I want to play, so I gotta think of other stuff. So I gotta really go into it. I gotta look for stuff. If it's 2004, or any game from 2004 is now 20 years old, well, we can pick anything from that time period. That makes it a lot easier. I can look up a list of games released in January of 2004. We can do that. I'll find something. Yeah, but then February comes and it's all we're going in. Or very end of January if you buy a certain edition. Because 3 games I want to play that are coming out technically all in February would be Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, 'cause I gotta fucking play that. We have to get through that game and go, "What the fuck is this all about?" And reveal some secrets, as I'm wont to do. And then is the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remaster that comes out on Valentine's Day. Funny enough, because that's technically Lara Croft's birthday. For those who don't know, so on her birthday, her first 3 games get a full remaster with modern controls and new updated graphics. They can switch in between, which is always my favorite feature. And then at the end of the month, of course, because it's a leap year, is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second disc in the basically in the 7 trilogy we're doing. It's really like, whoa, with 3 discs on the PlayStation 1, we gotta make it 3 games. Then after that, I'm not sure. I actually looked at what's fully coming out in 2024, so everything's gonna be all whimmed. I see a cool game, I'll be like, oh man, I want to try that out. So if I'm really being like honest, what I'm really gonna be aiming for this year, just because of timing, I think because of how some of the games are being right now, if I do streaming a little bit more, we're gonna start getting those funds together. They're doing the new PC, the new PC coming. It still works. It does okay, but this year was kind of rough for new game when the new games were coming out. There was obvious issues. If you are here and you watched those streams of the games that came out this year, you know what I'm talking about. Some of those new games I played on the PC, and I was like, oh god, there was performance issues because I had to do some weird shit to make it work. We're running 2 monitors, and it's like I gotta put one. The game has to be in full screen, and if it fucks up the OBS and I can't see chat, we are completely screwed. I'm like, I can't do anything because I have to Alt Tab and then I have to wait. Wait for it to remember. Oh, let me put the desktop back up. Do stuff. It would be the only way to make it work better. It wouldn't solve the problem. It just would help. It just helped mitigate the problem. Maybe get some extra frames back and be a little bit smoother. Yeah, we're gonna start. Would it be technically time for the next ones? I'm trying to figure out when the next generation of graphics cards would be coming out. Because I want to just make sure we have some funds ready. So when that happens, we'll be able to. All right, let's go start the upgrading process. Let's get these parts together. All right, cool. It's about really it. It's short, brief talk about a reflection of the year. It went okay. I would have to really look at like the comparative of the two of how many streams I've done. Be like, did I do more or less? Like how big is the difference? But yeah, I think we did okay. I had some ideas. I don't know how people would feel about it. Because there are times I'm like, just doing like nice little watch alongs. I would want to try to experiment with watching the content, may not have it on screen. Like that would be a big problem. But try to like at least have like a group thing where like what I do weekly with some of the people we who are in our chat who are in the server. Like we'll just be watching stuff and just kind of have like our live reactions. But to do the thing where like we're watching the content but you can't see it. You have to find it yourself. Maybe have like a time code or whatever. And we just go from there. And my hair, I'm feeling, is trying to get stuck in the side here, which is not good. No good. Yeah. I do have like little ideas here and there. Just don't know how I would implement them. I'm about to do some experimenting. Anyway, thank you all for watching the stream. If you cared a lot about my rambling I've been doing, please click on the follow button down below so you know every time when I go live. Eve, I do, as I mentioned, very odd stream schedule because of how I am after work and how I'm feeling about things. If I'm sick, I don't normally stream. Even if I'm exhausted, all kind of stuff. Or if I have things I have to take care of, which is never a good sign. Ugh. It's like when I have to do something, it's never like a quick boom boom. It's like it's up there. Yeah. So if you want to click on that stream, so click on the follow button so you know if I want to go live again. I guess I don't always stream VR stuff. I'm always playing other games, like retro games, newish games, like more of a variety streamer. I think that's the title I like to go on. I am a retro demon. I do like just play whatever, mainly retro games, but I play like whatever. I already did the next bit, so I gotta make sure we go from there. With things going on with me, please be sure to follow my social platforms. I'm very active on the Twitter/X, Threads, and if you have one, a Blue Sky account. I do have some codes that will be given away at some point on my social media. Definitely keep a watch when I announce that. And I also have the YouTube with VODs with over 3 years of content, so you can kind of see my growth as a streamer in terms of what I do, how everything's kind of changed, like how even the presentation in there. I have TikTok with some highlights on there if you want to see some like little clip moments to kind of get you like understand a little bit more about how my content's like. And of course, if you don't want to follow those individually, want to keep it all nice and simple, I do have a Discord server. You join the server. I have a role. It's all the roles for all the different things. You click on what you want, and when I post it, you just get a quick notification in your server in the server. That's like, "Bing! I posted something." And guys, having a community that you can hang out with, and we do these little things now monthly. Just kind of do like a nice little hangout, or we'll watch something. And I should have really started typing this out while I was doing that. And last but not least, I am partnered with the Creation Snack Company. Follow that link right there or down in my about section takes to a website where there's a whole variety of snacks that you can purchase, different types, different flavors. And when you get to checkout, just use my name in the promo code section to get 10% off your order. Now, enough people use it, we get to make our own snack flavor, which I think is pretty neat. So, whether it was morning, afternoon, evening, night, whether you're watching this live, you're watching this as a VOD on either Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye. Mm-hmm.